It's here. The mining industry faces strict OSHA silica rules effective June 17th, 2024.
In particular, the mining industry is looking at kind of matching up with OSHA. MSHA, which is the Mining Safety Health Administration, is trying to align with their partners and be a little bit more strict as far as what's called the permissible exposure limit. So how much you can be exposed to over a time-weighted average of a single day. So they're getting closer to their peers, and they're trying to hone in on the fact that they recognize that a lot of people have been sick, and they can prevent a lot of those exposures.
Specifically, this rule furthers the Mine Act's clear instructions to prioritize miners' health and will do 5 major things. First, lower permissible exposure limits for respirable crystalline silica from 100 micrograms per cubic meter of air to 50 micrograms for a full shift, calculated as an 8-hour time-weighted average for all miners. Second, establish an action level for respirable crystalline silica at 25 micrograms per cubic meter of air for a full shift. Third, includes uniform requirements for controlling and monitoring exposures. This includes requiring exposure monitoring for respirable crystalline silica, requiring immediate reporting and corrective action to remedy overexposures, and requiring temporary use of respirators at metal and non-metal mines, M&M mines, when miners must work in concentrations above the permissible exposure limit. Fourth, includes medical surveillance requirements for M&M mines modeled on the existing medical surveillance requirements for coal mines. And fifth, updates existing respiratory protection requirements by incorporating a voluntary consensus standard, ASTM, that reflects the latest advances in respiratory protection technologies and practices.
It's important for employers to know that, medical clearances of yes, you've been cleared or no, you have not been cleared, those things should come to the employer, and they have those in their record keeping. So we're keeping records that we've trained employees, that they have completed their questionnaires, that they've had their required medical things, depending on their potential exposures or previous exposures, and that they have been cleared to wear a respirator and operate in that manner. But they don't have to keep necessarily the individual medical health history questionnaires that person may have filled out at the doctor.
Right.
So while they're able to keep track of the fact that the person is cleared to wear a respirator, they're not necessarily privy to the information that person has high blood pressure or cholesterol issues, things like that.
Get into compliance now with CNS Occupational Medicine. From a silica physical that includes silica medical history and respiratory questionnaire, physical exam with emphasis on the respiratory system, chest x-ray with B-reader TB skin test, respiratory fit test, pulmonary function test, and testing for tuberculosis. And these tests can be handled in our clinics or through our mobile on-site testing.
There are places like ourselves where we partner with other groups that maybe do mobile x-ray to complement the mobile health that we do. So we could actually go on site, do all of the physicals, do all of the blood work, do all the testing, and then also have that mobile x-ray group there to kind of get everything done all in one spot. So if you're lucky enough to partner with somebody who does all of them in one place, then yes, you could absolutely have it done on site, presuming that they're licensed to do so. For most employers, they're sending folks out and kind of having to chase down and gather those records. So finding a good medical surveillance group to help work through that for your employees is a huge benefit.
We have begun to field calls from companies subject to this new rule for on-site respiratory fit testing. For more information, contact us at 800-551-9816 or info@cnsocmed.com. You can also fill out a form down in the bio below. And as always, stay safe out there.